And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in podcast land. Brendan Cunningham, the real estate doctor here at EXP, telling it the way it is because this is the real story. Matt Paul, he's going to talk about it all today. we have a special guest with us today. You know who it is? Matt Paul.
And Brendan Cunningham.
That's it. Because you know what? As a big part of the real story, I don't think we've told you our stories yet.
Yeah, we really haven't.
We sort of sniffed around it. Mm-hmm. But why real estate? What's it all about? What do we like about it? Before we get to that, let me just say what's going on today. We talked about that. What's happening tonight?
Today's the start of the Erie County Fair.
The Erie County Fair. That's a big day up here, by the way.
And it's a 2-week event?
It's a 2-week event, and it's I like to go to see the animals.
Yeah.
And the cows especially because they're so clean.
I like the food.
The food's good. Yeah, everyone's the food is crazy.
Yeah.
The rides and all. It's actually a kind of fun thing. I wish I could get there this week because David Bellavia, my favorite American in Western New York, he's a Medal of Honor winner. He's going to be hosting one of the booths down there.
Oh, come on.
But yeah, it's on Thursday. I can't get over there.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's a big thing. And, you know, an extra reason why it's a big thing is because what's happening now in the next couple of weeks?
It's pretty much more of a downturn in our market.
Why would that be? The weather's great.
No, everybody's trying to get out of here before school starts.
Everyone's trying to get out of here before school. It's the last vacation. We have a very short summer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's a glorious summer.
Beautiful.
We have a lovely fall. But, you know, the snow starts to come in sometimes as early as October 13th.
Yes.
Which is not good.
Hopefully not this year.
So what happens is, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Summer's running out. People like to go on vacation, or they can look at houses.
Yes. Yep.
Well, you know who really likes to go on vacation?
Realtors.
Guys like him, real estate agents. Because they recognize this is it. I'm not going to get a chance to do this, so they start going wherever they go to.
Exactly.
So here's the golden opportunity. If you're looking to buy a house, the next 2 to 3 weeks, you will have much less competition out there because the agents, a lot of the agents are going to be missing in action. They're going to be traveling hither and yon.
Yep.
So take advantage of that, especially in Western New York. In other markets, I can't vouch that that's the same thing.
But we could also say, too, we've seen a massive uptick in listings as well, especially in the last few weeks.
Let's think about this. We've had a massive uptick in listings. We're going to have the agents start going on vacation. And interest rates, you know what? I'm beginning to suspect, and this is not a great leap of faith, buyers have finally settled into the reality. Yeah. This is what they are.
Yeah, they're not moving much.
Slightly under 7, maybe a little over 6. You can buy it down, but that's what it is. And it's still better than they've been averaging for the last 100 years.
Yep, since mortgages have been
around. Yep. So there's a lot of good things starting to happen for you if you're looking to buy a house. Are you going to be paying more than you did 3 years ago? Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
But if you don't do it now, you'll be paying more
in the next
3 years
from now.
Yep,
and you know, it's like trying to catch that train. I'll never be able to. Keep thinking that I'll never be able to buy, and you will never be able to buy.
Yep.
If you think it's so, it is.
Yep.
So back to your story. You've been in the business for how long?
So I'm in my 11th year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm a baby compared to you.
I know. Thank you. Rub it in. Hit me again.
Yeah. So I always was interested in real estate. I always had just an overall interest in it. I was in the hotel business through college and went into New York City. You know where you're from.
Where I'm from.
And once I moved in, I was in Forest Hills, Queens, not exactly in Manhattan.
Oh yeah, Forest Hills. Yeah.
Working in the Upper East Side of Manhattan. And I just really got very intrigued and just a lot of different emotions in terms of like investment opportunities. You know, obviously, all the big wigs out there, especially in the real estate world, are they're impressive, right? So, yeah. and on a very professional level too.
It is. It is much more like the Wild West for sure. Yeah. All of New, and that part has never changed, and that gives it a little extra excitement
because of the competition. You know, it's so competitive.
It's insane.
Yeah,
insane competition.
Yep. So I moved out west from New York City, and then moved back to Buffalo. Got into construction company with my father. After the hotel business, this was in 2008, so I'm sure a lot of people remember travel, hotel, everything. We were in a pretty good recession, so there weren't a lot of job opportunities here in Buffalo for me in the hotel business. So I decided to get into business with my dad, which is something I always wanted to do. And then after about 8 years of that and beating up my body, I decided I couldn't do it
Construction
anymore.
stuff on your body.
Yeah, I ended up really hurting myself. So that's when I started towards the end
How
of
are your
that.
knees? Your knees
My,
still
my
good?
knees, I needed a knee replacement. My back is shot. My shoulders are shot. So, yep. So now I have to use my brain, which I don't mind doing at all. And it was actually the culmination of the customer service from hospitality and then the construction background and knowledgeable.
Hospitality. That's a good one, because one of the things I've noticed over the years, I've hired a lot of agents over the years, there's certain commonalities, and people in the hospitality business do super well.
Yep.
Flight attendants.
Yep.
They do so well because they get it. They just get it that, what? The whole thing about the customer's always right. Customer's almost never right.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yep.
They're screaming and ranting and raving.
But you still need to be able to
But you
provide
still
a high
need to
level
build
of service.
rapport and do all those things.
Yep. Yeah. So that's what taught me.
Yeah,
And dealing in New York City, and the hotel that I worked at was a very high-end luxury hotel that was very challenging, dealing with the different personalities.
The Ritz? Were you at the Ritz?
I was at the Carlisle.
Oh, the Carlisle. That's
Yep,
right. Yeah.
yep.
I
So
love the Carlisle.
I was in the
I
top
used to go to
three.
the Carlisle.
Yeah, it's a
It's
beautiful.
in the body shirt. Yeah.
Yep. So it was a wake-up call. It learned me how to stand up for myself and how to, provide that ultimate level of service, no matter how bad you're getting beaten up that day.
Yeah.
And, so it was just a seamless transition into real estate. And then I started buying investment properties and growing my business and getting into commercial. So I really try to cover as much as I can.
No, that's here.
That's here. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. But I had a rental property in my first house I bought in Santa Fe when I was living
Santa
out there.
Fe. I haven't been to Santa Fe.
No, it's a
Everybody
beautiful.
loves Santa Fe.
Yeah, it's very
Had a stepson
very
there.
different.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
a lot
as
of dirt
different as you can
roads,
get. Yeah.
a lot of
Dry.
Yep, very dry.
Desert.
Yep. I lived at 6,800 feet above sea level, so
Yeah, you got the air factor.
Yep, you got to get used to that, and but yeah, it was overall a great experience, and everything just really fell into place for my real estate career, and now I love what I do, and my body's feeling better, and
What's your favorite part about the real estate business?
My favorite part is really helping people. I absolutely love to make people happy, especially helping them find something that they didn't think they could find, or
So you can be the hero.
Yeah.
I tell newer agents when they come into business, especially with first time buyers, you will be the hero if you can get them to pay dirt.
Yeah.
You can get them that house. They will tell everybody that they know that you do miracles.
And so grateful.
You're just doing your job.
Yeah, and appreciative.
They really appreciate it.
Yeah. So that's
rightfully
satisfying.
so, because it's not easy.
No.
Yeah.
But that's the most satisfying. And then I love the challenges. I love the, it can be a rat race and it can be calm. It can be,
And the contradiction is, it's a simple business. It really is a simple business.
Yep.
But it's not an easy business.
No.
And it's not an easy business for the simple fact that no business is easy.
No. And what deal have you ever done that's the exact same as another one? In all your years, every single deal proposes its own challenge.
They have similarities, but all of a sudden it's like, what?
Yeah.
What planet are we on now? How did that happen? Yeah.
I thought I dealt with
and
everything.
it always happens.
Yeah.
There's always some weird thing.
Zinger that you never could have imagined or prepared for. And
at this point, I always like to caution the buyers and sellers. I said, there'll be some speed bumps along the way. Don't worry. It's not going to take out the whole undercarriage.
No.
We'll figure it out.
Yep. The road's not falling off underneath us.
Yeah,
We just
no.
gotta
You're not going to go into the sinkhole. But there's some strange things that happen on pretty much every transaction.
Much. So that's another good
thing,
right?
And if you don't have a sense of humor about it, it's like, skip it. What? You want to do what?
Yeah. But that's what makes it exciting, right? I mean,
it does.
No 2 days.
But you got to have a sense of humor.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. It's minimal. I've known people that didn't have sense of humor, and they still did well. I just don't know how.
Yeah, well, they gravitate towards those with the similar type of personality, right?
They do the engineer type to engineer as opposed to marketing. But
yeah.
What's the part of the business that you don't like?
Let's see. What I don't like is, I'd say.
I'm going to play the final Jeopardy music.
I would say just inconsistencies with other real estate professionals.
Boy, you know what? You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yep, that's really
one thing that's a major frustration. And I'll often tell especially a newer agent, I said, if you're going to have a problem in a transaction, in almost 99, 44, 100% of the cases, it's probably going to be something that the other agent is either doing or not doing.
Yes. Yep.
And somehow it's incumbent on you to pull their chestnuts out of the fire and do it in such a way that they didn't even know what happened.
Exactly. Yep.
You got to make them look good. There's no better to make anyone look bad.
No.
Because then all of a sudden people they get riled up, and then they become adversarial, and then they start trying to do things that aren't in the interest of their client.
Yep.
Because they're mad.
Yes, it's emotional. Yep.
check your emotions at the door, please.
And that's our job.
Our job is to get you to closing so you'll live happily ever after.
Yes, and see through the emotion, right?
And
It's normal for you to be emotional.
Yeah, we expect you to
should
be a
not
little emotional.
Yeah,
Please don't get nuts. Don't try to hurt us.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we literally hit you where you live.
Yeah.
You know what we do.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's not a cool thing.
Yeah, it can be a sensitive subject or some sensitive topic, and that's the way it goes. Now,
Did you ever have a deal that was a total surprise? Like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening this way or that way.
Oh yeah. Yep. Last year I had one, and it was I got brought into it, and it was a very unique situation. The sellers and the sellers agents were very difficult. That's why I got brought into it, and it was a tough one to close, but we got it closed.
Good for you. I mean, the reason why we're spending time doing this, we want you to know the real story. We want you to know about a little bit behind it. But what's always interesting to me, at least, is most real estate agents tend to have backstories.
Yeah, right.
And they tend to have a series of businesses that they've done before they get into real estate. We are seeing today, and not for the first time, but for a little while it's been happening, where people are starting out in the real estate.
Yeah,
we have a couple of people left.
Yep.
They started out in the real estate business.
Yep.
That's unusual. Usually you do other things, then you come here. Sometimes you kind of fall into it. I got asked to come into the real estate business. I want to say I wasn't a struggling actor. I was a working actor in New York City. And I bought my first brownstone in downtown Brooklyn. And the guy that sold me my house, William Lockridge Harris, I put him down in an essay once, most influential people in my life. With my parents down, and he was number 3 because he changed my life. He sold me my first property, and he got me in the real estate business. And when he said, "You want a job?" I said, "Doing what?" He said, "Selling real estate." I said, "Well, what do I know about selling real estate?"
He's like, "I can do this and act at the same time."
Yeah, and I can do that too, and I did, and I still do. But I keep most of my acting regionally here in Western New York, and we gave him a wonderful salute at Shays the other night to Saul Elkin.
Oh, good. There you go.
It was one of the most touching tributes I've ever seen. They did such a fabulous job. I mean, everyone that knew Saul knew he was a major mensch. He was such a special human being. But it was interesting to see people coming out of the woodwork from 50 years ago to say, "Let me tell you what a mensch this guy is."
Wow.
And it's a loss. And I think one of the things that makes our market number one, the hottest market in the country,
the nation,
is because this is a great place to live.
Yeah.
And one of the things that makes it a great place to live are people like Damar Hamlin.
Yeah. Yep.
People like Josh Allen.
Yes.
They're not just football players.
Yeah.
These guys are ensconced in the community.
Yes, big time.
Saul Elkin. He brings Shakespeare in Delaware Park. They just celebrated their 50th anniversary. After he has a somewhat tangential conversation with Joe Papp in New York City, who started Shakespeare in the Park in New York City.
Wow.
So we have some really cool people here that are movers and shakers, and they make this a great place to live.
Yeah. Yep.
So much so that the people say, "Yeah, I don't really care about the winter."
Yeah. Yep.
So I got in the real estate business from there. I was able to I was very much involved with the neighborhood association, first the block association. I become president there. Then I became president of the neighborhood association, which was a really big deal. It's like being a mayor of a town down there. And then I started getting into condo development because I was a neighborhood mover and shaker.
Yeah. Yep.
So everything, that's a wonderful expression in Spain, La vida et cadena, life is a chain. All these links in the chain got me to sitting here right now.
Yep.
And I helped develop and get sold the first condo project in downtown Brooklyn. Wow. No one knew what a condo was. They knew co-ops, but they didn't know condos. So there was a little bit of a learning curve for these people. Yeah. Did that. And then I got married to a girl from Eden, New York. All girls want to live near their mothers, so that's how I got into Western New York. I took 2 years off and became a farmer.
Oh, really?
Farmer Brown. I was raising the horses and the cows and the chickens.
That's awesome.
And it was fun. And my ex-wife has the house, and that's fine. I'm happy with that. And then I started working with some larger companies here in Western New York. And then I got recruited by a company called, at the time, Sendan.
Okay.
If you trade stocks, you'd know the name. Otherwise, you wouldn't. Sendan had to be split into 2 different companies. And the other company was a company called Realogy.
That's what I remember.
Realogy does all of the franchise. Not all, most. They sell ERA, Century 21, Coldwell Banker, the NRT,
Is Berkshire? No.
No, Berkshire Hathaway is not one of theirs. Better Homes and Gardens.
Yeah. Okay.
They sell all those things. And from there, I traveled all over the country and got to do some really good speaking gigs. I was on the undercard with Tony Robbins one year,
Oh, wow.
which was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great.
And now I'm in Western New York and
you're selling the whole time, right?
selling the whole time. And so that's what I'm doing here now. And
now you're
written a bunch of books. I'm on the faculty. This time next week, we may have to start a little bit different.
Yeah.
You don't worry about your
It won't
time.
affect you guys.
It won't affect you. And I'm teaching a class next week, selling real estate in volatile times. Are these volatile times? I think so.
I'd call it. Yeah,
I would
call
consider
that
it to
way.
be.
Yep.
What other people might consider, I don't know. But I'm only here, and I'm only here now.
Yes.
So, so that's what I'm
That's
doing.
what we're experiencing, right? Firsthand.
Yeah, and I've seen, and I've done other things along the way too. At one point, when I was at Realogy, one of the companies that I had as a client recruited me, and I was running a 4-office company on Cape Cod.
Ooh.
And I did it because I just wanted to live on Cape Cod.
Yeah.
It was great. I love living on Cape Cod, and I particularly like living in Cape Cod in the off season. It's just drifty and smoky, and
Yeah.
it's not a lot of tourists. It's quiet. It's nice. Like you can't go in the water, but you probably don't want to go in the water anyway because you get eaten by a shark.
Shark. Yeah, there's sharks all
So
over there
sharks
right now.
everywhere.
Yep.
So I did that. And now I'm in Western New York, and thank God for Joel Husfar,
Yep.
who asked me one day, "What do you know about EXP?" And this is life changing. You know, a lot of times when people try to recruit people to their company, well, I'm going to give you a better split. I'm going to do this, and bebop boo. I'll give you a lead. No, we're not trying to recruit anybody. If you want to join us, this will be life changing. If you're one of my favorite EXP stories from a consumer standpoint, I got a call last year, and somebody was out of town. I don't know these people. I said, "How'd you happen to get to me?" And they said, "My brother, who's in California, told me to call you. She's over not too far from where we're shooting this thing." And he says, "Listen, here, find yourself an agent. In the meantime, whatever you do, make sure it's an EXP agent because they're the only ones that know what they're doing."
Oh.
Okay, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's true,
Yeah.
but it's nice praise from a third party.
Absolutely.
And
from someone across the country.
from all the way across the country.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's good. I like to hear that. But yeah, we kind of do know what we're doing because this is where, as they say, this is where the pros go.
Yep.
When it's like graduating, when you do the other little companies. And there's a place for those things too. But much like there's a place for grammar school, when you're 18 years old, you don't want to be in grammar school.
No, I think you're a little past that.
You're past that.
Yeah.
So that's our story, I think. I'm sure there's more. And yes, I've written books, and that one of my slogan is, and I wrote the book on real estate, literally. Because I did. And one of the best compliments I ever got, Carol Grieco, who was a wonderful manager for a large company up here, a local company, said, when she read it, she said, "Wow," she says, "this is a really honest book." And I said, "Well, yeah, that was my intention." She says, "No, this is really honest."
Yeah.
Because I didn't pull any punches.
No, it's a great book.
And we don't pull punches.
Nope.
We said, this is what it is. Wake up, smell the coffee.
Yep.
And you want to hear fairy tales? Great. You got to work with somebody else.
Exactly.
We're never going to tell you what you want to hear. Tell you what you need to know, and then you make a decision. Because we presume we're dealing with adults.
Yes, absolutely. And if there's anything that you want us to address on the show, please don't hesitate to comment on the videos, and we'll answer your questions.
Or we'll say, I don't know. Ask the other guy.
Let me find out.
Ask the good-looking guy.
Let me find out for
The
you.
good-looking older guy. So there.
Yeah.
So that's it?
Yeah.
Got nothing else?
Please like, follow, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we appreciate your time.
Like he said, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.